Hey, your eyes have a little green in them.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll look at 2 dating events in different cities that have one thing in common. They're full of women, and there are hardly any men. We'll also hear complaints from many of these women about how difficult the dating scene has become in 2025. We want you to smash that like button. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 likes on this video. Drop a comment with your experience and insight. We always pin the best comment for the community. Subscribe, and let's get started.
Dating Diaries update. We're about to go out with Cheeky Mick on a second date. I'm excited to see him. Our first date was just okay, I would say. I would give it a 6 out of 10, but I could tell there was a lot of potential for better and more. So I could be wrong. We'll see, but I'm on the way now and I have no idea what he has planned.
I went to a singles dating event and here's part 2 of how it went. So if you missed it, I checked out a Thursday dating event last week, but I didn't get a chance to give you all the tea. So I ended up talking to a few cute guys, some were in group conversations and some I got some one-on-one time with. And because it was in person, it was easy to see if there was chemistry or not. Otherwise, I heard there was this one couple, they were talking really closely the whole night. They left the venue to go continue the date by themselves. I just really love the concept because I hate approaching strangers in public. What if they're already in a relationship or it's just really, really awkward? So a room full of single people ready to meet, kind of perfect. I'm so keen to go to the next one. All of the updates.
Lately, dating events have gotten so desperate that they're even paying men to attend. It used to be standard practice to charge men a high fee while letting women in for free. But as you can see, way more women still show up than men. When you have entire rooms full of women in their 30s waiting to find a provider, you know the situation is critical. But the question is simple. What are these women offering in return for what they're asking? Because if a man with resources and real options wanted to find a partner, he probably wouldn't go to one of these events. The reality is harsh, but clear. The market always adjusts expectations. And in this case, the expectations of many women are collapsing under the weight of time.
I'm off to try my 6th dating event in London. Tonight, I'm going to one called BODA, Board of Dating Apps. And I'm actually really excited for this one for a few reasons. Number 1, I really like the founding story. Number 2, it was founded by a woman. And number 3, it gets really good reviews. They seem to have events all over the country. Feeling optimistic. But I am running late, so we gotta hurry. Actually, I do already have one complaint. A lot of these dating events start at 7 p.m., which is not practical for dinner. A girl has got to eat. I'm going in over there, snotty nose and all. Let's go find some love, shall we? Oh my God, you won't believe it. I just walked in, and the first person I see when I walk in the door is the person I just went on a date with on Sunday. No problem, but I wasn't expecting it. Mid-evening update, guys. I'm really impressed. Mid-evening update, guys. I'm really impressed. Great venue, good people in terms of like good conversation and good looking and normal. And so far, I'm going to give it an 8.2 out of 10. I would say it's the best dating event I've been to so far. And I swear, it's not sponsored. I bought my own ticket, £25, and I have no relationship with the company. So far so good.
Stop it. Get some help.
Did you notice that it was practically all women there? Men have literally abandoned clubs and dating events. All you see are women dancing with other women. Not a single man approached her. The reason these events are full of women and empty of men is simple. The average man is tired of spending time and money in places where the expectations are sky high and the chances of success are extremely low. Another reason these dating events don't work is that she herself has attended several, either as a guest or paying, and hasn't had any real results. This just confirms that dating events are a waste of money. And clearly, men are no longer willing to fund them.
Can we normalize going with guys to the bars to get free drinks even if you're in a relationship?
Ever wonder how cheating starts? Well, that's how cheating starts.
Like, I don't want to date you. I don't want to hook up. I just want a free little drink.
So many strong and independent women out there, but yet can't seem to support themselves or buy their own drinks. So they have to pretend to like a guy in order to get him to spend money on her so that she can feel better about herself and say that she's saving money, when in reality, just acting a bit like a leech.
Like, why do I have to be excluded from this luxury just because I'm in a relationship?
Luxury. Okay. It's almost like that being in a relationship would mean that a person is committed to the other one and isn't going to be flirting or engaging in any kind of activities with another person. But that might be one of those words that have changed definitions of late. But honestly, I can't keep track of them all. But it's no small wonder why there are a lot of men these days that, one, won't buy women drinks simply because of this type of behavior, but that a lot of guys are actually choosing to remain single and, more importantly, just not approach women at all.
Oh, hell no!
And then they wonder why men don't go to bars anymore. Statements like the one from this girl show that many of these so-called independent women only go out at night to get free drinks. A lot of them laugh at the simps who buy them drinks all night while they get drunk with their friends and have a good time, just waiting for the next Chad to show up and take them home. Yeah, because while the simp is spending his money on them, they're texting the Chad they actually like. And when you finally decide to make your move, they reject you. Then you end up watching them leave with another guy who's about to blow their cheeks out. Luckily, men are starting to learn not to fall for this anymore.
If they wanted to, they would. Except that's not necessarily true, is it? Because there are a lot of reasons why people don't. You know, fear of rejection, vulnerability, insecurity. And these are all issues I feel like that could be worked through with simple communication. People are so afraid of being vulnerable these days because somebody from the past has burnt them. And instead of working through these issues that they developed from being burnt, they stumble through life projecting on these issues onto other people and creating these dysfunctional relationships with other people. And I genuinely believe that's why I have such a hard time accepting no response as a response at times, is because there's a reason and I want to get to the bottom of it and I want to work through it because I've been there. But people are just too afraid of simple communication, which ultimately leads to this fear of commitment, is what it all boils down to. It's a hard time to date in 2025.
Hey, bro. What? Oh, my God!
I'll say two things. First, this woman is quite beautiful. Second, the idea that men should open up emotionally in any situation is a dangerous trap. No matter how much today's society tries to convince you otherwise, male vulnerability is rarely rewarded. It's not about never sharing your emotions, but about understanding when, how, and with whom to do it. In reality, many men who have followed that advice to be vulnerable in front of their partners have watched the respect those women had for them disappear. Because despite what society says, most women aren't looking for emotional weakness. They're looking for leadership, stability, and strength in a man. And besides, if we're just dating, why should I tell you everything that's affecting me? Are you going to solve it? Because if not, then it would just be a waste of time.
Women.
So, still being the single woman that I am, I'm still on these dating apps. Well, I'm only on Hinge. And today I was actually supposed to go on a date. But the past couple of weeks since we've been talking, his communication was really off. It would take him about 2 to 3 business days, 4 business days, 5 business days to reply back to me. He asked me all the right questions. I feel like when you are trying to get to know somebody and you're intentionally dating, it's very important to have really great communication skills. And so I had like a really weird feeling and I was just kind of like just going with my intuition. I decided just end the date. I said, hey, so-and-so, I just want to say that I feel like your communication isn't very intentional in terms of trying to get to know somebody. I hope that one day you find somebody that aligns with you. Thank you so much for setting up the date. And like I said, it took him 2 to 3 business days before. And when I sent that message, it took him about 3 minutes to reply. So then I matched him. So here I am, still the single girl, trying to figure it out. And I'm okay with that.
One of two things happened here. Either you're just one more option among the many this guy has, or it's a classic emotional game. He keeps you interested with minimal effort. He caught your attention, and now he's using the famous sweet one day, cold the next method. In other words, the emotional roller coaster. This isn't necessarily wrong. It can be effective, but when it takes him 3 or 4 days to reply, it's no longer strategy. It's just lack of interest. However, we don't know exactly what kind of Chad this guy is. If he's one with multiple options, it's likely he just doesn't have time for her. Remember, women on dating apps only match with about 20% of men, and it's that 20% who get 80% of the attention from women. That means she's probably just one more option on his list. It's not necessarily malice. It's just how today's dating market works. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about dating events, and why do you think men don't attend them? What do you think is wrong with the current dating market in 2025? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.